What's up, Big Blue Nation, and welcome to the Wildcat Zone. I am your host, Daniel Bentley, and before I get started on episode 23, my Jordan episode, before I get started, please like, share, subscribe. I'm on Facebook, Spotify, Instagram, and YouTube. Just search Wildcat Zone. The tags will be at the end of the video. All the links and everything will be tagged in the video as well. At the end, there will be a picture that tells you to share, like, share, subscribe, and also we'll give the handles for each app. So I'm on Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, and Instagram. Just recently got Instagram going, so keep a lookout on that. So this is episode 23. I'm going to go over, the Cats lost to Florida last Friday. Had a lot to think about. I figured I would wait to see where we got seated at, where we got put at in the NCAA Tournament on Selection Sunday, so I could combine the two episodes into one. And I'm not really going to harp too much on the Florida loss because it was mainly the same script that we have seen the past two times. I really thought we could squeak it out, and we almost did, but we just couldn't hit anything. We couldn't make shots. Our effort come into the last 2 minutes of the ball game, like we have been seeing against the Gators this season, and we just couldn't capitalize on their mistakes. They were begging us to beat them, it seemed like, and they got theirs their next game. So little slice of humble pie, but I will get into that. So I'll go over the Cats loss to Florida. Just my thoughts on it. I only got to watch about 15 minutes of the second half. I missed the whole first half. I will name my MVP from the game, my spark plug player of the game, and my clutch player of the game. And I'll talk about Selection Sunday, our seeding. Kentucky gets a 7 seed in the NCAA Tournament in the Midwest region. We're in the bracket with Michigan, Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, Texas Tech, Iowa State. It's a pretty loaded bracket SEC-wise. I thought it was kind of weird. They put 4 SEC teams in the same bracket, but, it is what it is. But I will get more into that later on towards the end of the episode. So, Cats lose to Florida again. Lost by 8 this time. Stinks. Sucks. I've licked my wounds. I've had a couple L8s. And I feel better. Especially after seeing Vanderbilt put the whooping on them that they did on Saturday. We just had a lack of effort from everyone, just from what I got to see. OA was playing too much let me get my points kind of basketball, which is not going to win us games. We've seen that all season. When OA plays really good, and he's the only one playing really good, and he's calling his number all the time, we don't win that game. But he wasn't shooting very well in the first half from what I understand. His stats were not really, they were typical OA stats. But from what I've seen, he wasn't passing the ball. He was calling his number, wanting to, be the star, be the stud that he is, which is fine. But in order for us to win and beat a team like Florida with them having 15 turnovers, there was no reason we should have lost that game. They had 15 turnovers. That's basically handing us the game. But we just couldn't capitalize on anything. But we did show a little bit of fight there in the last 2 minutes. This is what we've seen. Same script. It's what we've seen the first 2 times we played them. But there's just a lack of effort. You could tell. I don't know if it was fatigue because they played 2 days in a row. But, come on. It's tournament time. If you want to make some noise, you're going to have to play back-to-back games sometimes. But I do like the fight that we showed. Florida kind of slammed the door on us with that last second, or that three there right towards the end of the game, but it was the same script. I mean, when OA and Aberdeen are calling their number constantly and they're playing the two-man ball and they're not wanting to share, which Aberdeen didn't do it as much, but OA done it a lot this game. From what I've seen, we lose those games. So it is what it is. It stinks. This is the farthest we've made in the SEC tournament since 2018. So, I mean, I'll take it. 2-1 and season, I guess 1.2, and or I guess it would be 2.2. Since we're in season year 2 of Mark Pope. But next week starts season 2.3. It's the NCAA Tournament, the big dance. And but I'll get into that after I name my player awards. For the Florida game, my MVP is Mo Diabate. 14 points. He was 5 of 7 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3-point land. He was on fire in the first half. He had 3 rebounds. He was on fire. Again, we get bad substitutions, and when somebody's on fire, Pope's like, "Oh, we got to take him out." It seems like, but I don't know the analytics behind it or the game plan behind it. But if somebody's hitting, leave them in. But Diabate, he come in clutch for us in the first half. Really kind of kept us in the game from letting us getting blown out. My spark plug player is Colin Chandler with 6 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. He had a massive 3-point shot. He had 4 fouls. He was playing. He ended up fouling out, but he had a massive 3-pointer that brought us within 5. And kind of got us close. And, I mean, he shot that other 3, got fouled, made all 3, and then fouled out after that. But I'll say that kind of sparked our defense in those last 2 minutes, him hitting that shot. So that's why he's my spark plug player of the game. And a clutch player, even though he had a bad turnover there at the end, the game was pretty much over. Denzel Aberdeen is my clutch player of the game. He come in 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. He come alive when it got to the 2-minute mark and was knocking down threes and sharing the ball, trying to find the best spot to shoot. And so that's why he's my clutch player. Yes, he had a bad turnover, but the game was already out of hand. They had just knocked down a 3. There was no really coming back, but he still showed fight. And he had a couple good big 3s there in that last little segment. But those are my 3 player awards. Diabate gets the MVP. Chandler gets the Spark Plug Player Award, and Aberdeen gets the Clutch Player Award. Like I said, OA, he just played too much of me ball. And ultimately, I think that's what cost us the game. Not blaming it all on him, but when this team does not share the ball, we don't share the ball well, we don't win. And they gotta get past that. It's too late now. You got to get over that. And because it's crunch time now. This week starts a new season. And it will be your last game. You have one more loss and you're done. If you're a senior, you're done forever. With OA and Aberdeen, they're done. After this last loss. If they get one, I don't know if they will. You never know with this team. We could beat anybody, but we could also lose to anybody. So the Cats got a 7 seed in the Midwest bracket. We're in the bracket with Michigan. I think that may be the better draw for us, I guess. Michigan's pretty good. I did watch their last few minutes against Purdue, a team that we beat before the season started. But, I mean, we're in a bracket with four SEC teams. Or I guess we'll be, yeah, four SEC teams. We're in the bracket with Bama, Georgia, and Tennessee yet again. Don't know if that was done on purpose. I mean, I know we had 10 schools in the whole tournament, but come on, at least spread us out a little bit more. 4 teams in one little quadrant—that's a little excessive, but I don't know what goes all into that, but it is what it is. We're a 7 seed. We're going to be playing Santa Clara on Friday. The time has not been announced as of this video. So it's crunch time. I mean, if we get past Santa Clara, I mean, it's one game at a time. It's a one-game mentality is what we got to have. And we got to play team ball. Santa Clara can shoot the 3. And we can't guard the 3-point line very well. So that is a bad matchup for us just in that stat. But if we play team ball and we control the pace and we take the reins early, we will beat this team. If we let this team play their game plan, we're losing. It happened against A&M. It happened against Georgia. It happened against Missouri the first time. I mean, we played into Auburn's game. We lost that one. So we can't let this team, the Santa Clara team, take control and let them play their game. We have to run them up and down the court. We got to steal some balls. We got to run tempo. I mean, we got to play at our pace, not theirs. Because it is the last time these guys will ever play together. As much as people will love that, because this team has been beat up and praised and beat up and praised and beat up and praised by this fan base. They're the unpredictables. You never know what you're going to get. But we got to control the pace. It's what we failed to do in our 2 games against LSU and Missouri in the SEC tournament. I mean, ultimately we won those games, but we should have, once we got up big, we should have stepped on the throat. Put the pedal to the metal and ran them out of the gym. So, in order for us to move on out of this first round, that is what we're going to have to do. So, they got to play team ball. Yes, OA and Aberdeen are going to get their points, but they got to share the ball. Chandler's got to get some good looks. You got to get your bigs making good plays down low. I mean, heck, put Diabate in. And, I mean, there's also a rumor that JQ might come back and play for us in the NCAA tournament. I don't know if that'll happen. That's just a rumor. He's listed as game time decision on the ESPN app for our game against Santa Clara, so who knows. Yeah, I think it'll only help us because he's a big body down in the paint. He can block shots, but we'll just have to wait and see. Like I said, it's a new season, and we're a 7 seed. I mean, you remember back in 2014, we were an 8 seed. We went all the way to the championship game. Yes, that was a different coach. Yes, those were different players. But they had a similar season to what this team has had, an up and down season. They lost games they should have won, and they won games they should have never won. So, it'll be interesting. If we do manage to get past the first round, you're most likely going to have to play Iowa State, which I don't know much about them. They are a 2 seed. So, like I said, it's got to be a one-game mentality. You take the one team at a time. Survive and advance. We have to control. We can beat anybody, but we can also get beat by anybody, unfortunately. This March Madness looks like it's going to be interesting because you never know. There's a lot of injuries across all the NCAA. So I don't know how far Duke's going to make it. I don't know how far Florida's going to make it. I don't know how far Arkansas is going to make it, or anybody. Because this is the last time for these teams. I love March Madness, but I hate it at the same time, especially if we go out early. I really hate it. I really don't pay attention to it after that. But I'm with them. I'm going to support them. I'm going to watch them. And hopefully they can go on a run. But we got to take it one game at a time. So, sucks that we got beat by Florida for the third time. But, I mean, we got a pretty decent bracket, I think. Just from my opinion. We brought a pretty decent bracket. Even though we got, 2 teams that beat us and a team that we swept. I think it'll be interesting to see. I think you'll see a lot of upsets this year in the tournament. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I hope they go all the way. I hope we get assignment number 9. I hope that everything that Mark Pope said, in the post-game conference after they lost in the SEC tournament, we're going to go on a run. I hope we see that. I hope we don't see this game by game, different team game by game. I hope we don't see that in this tournament because we're going to lose if that's the case. We just got to play team ball, play together. If somebody's hot, leave them in. Why would you take them out? So, I'll try to, depending on how far we go, I will likely do an episode per game, just depending on how far we go. So, keep that in mind. So, yeah. I will try to keep them out and try to keep them updated as best as I can, just as far as we can go. I don't know. We'll see. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And give me your MVP from the Florida game. I know it's been a couple days. I know I was pretty upset about it. I hate that. I thought we had their number, but they seem to have ours instead. I mean, they played a really bad game, and they still beat us. It's just because we weren't hitting shots. So, I hope that we can go on a run. I'm optimistic, but keeping my guard up. So, that's pretty much all I got. All we can do is just keep on supporting them. There's something special coming. I don't know what it is. A little hesitant to say that, but hey, it's what I've been saying for the past few episodes. So, thank you guys for listening. That's all I got. Hopefully you brought your dancing shoes because we're going dancing. I'm KY till I die. That's what the shirt says. So, hopefully we can go on a run. Just let me know your comments, your thoughts. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm on YouTube, Spotify, and Facebook and Instagram. Thank you guys for listening. And don't forget to crack you open a cold L8. It's our month, March. So, let's get it done. Assignment number 9 still ain't complete. Maybe it will be. Godspeed and go Cats.
This is the Wildcat Zone!
What does the Wildcat say?